In many countries around the world, especially developing nations, they have chronic issues with getting enough power supply. To provide this, one solution is to use ships that have been modified or adapted to act as a floating power station. The idea is that a powership, a vessel equipped in electricity generation instruments, is permanently anchored off the coast. Then using either oil or gas, the ship can generate electricity that is then transferred to shore. GM24 TV shows you here how these ships may be affecting the environment. We will look at the example of the powership stationed off the coast of the Gambia to get a better understanding of how these ships work and the environmental impact. How does it work? A powership is a ship that has been modified to work as a power station and provides electricity to areas in need. The ships can be equipped with the ability to generate electricity using gas turbines, diesel and gas generators or nuclear reactors. They can be used for an average time of 3 to 5 years. Currently, there is a powership stationed off the coast of the Gambia providing electricity. This ship is expected to be used for a minimum of 2 years. What is the effect on air pollution? Power plants that use fossil fuels such as diesel and gas will impact the air quality of the area. The process of generating electricity using fossil fuels creates gases such as carbon dioxide. These gases are pumped into the surrounding environment and atmosphere. One consequence of this is poorer air quality. What is the impact on water pollution? The potential impact on the water supply could be serious. Power plants that use fossil fuels such as oil have to use water for cooling. The water is drawn in to cool the plant but then is usually dumped back into the water supply. When it is dumped back though, it now contains dangerous pollutants such as heavy metals. If appropriate safety measures aren't taken, this could affect the supply of drinking water. There could also be a disastrous effect on local wildlife and sea creatures. There is also a risk to wildlife that may get caught in the cooling system when the water is drawn in. It is important that safety measures are implemented and rigorously maintained to prevent damage to the local environment and water supply. What is the ecological impact? Depending on the efficiency of the powership, there can be significant ecological damage to the local area. As mentioned, the air and water quality can be drastically reduced due to the pollutants released by the power plant. The local environment may see changes in the wildlife due to the powership. Animals may be displaced by the fitting of any pipes or lines to get the power to shore. Due to the constant churn of water, sea life may be damaged, which could also cause local fishermen to struggle to catch fish in these areas. On land, there will need to be an area cleared to make way for the ship's connections to shore plus transporting the power to where it is needed. This will result in a further ecological impact as there will be potential deforestation and animal habitats destroyed. How does the ship affect noise levels? Power stations can be quite noisy. They have a lot of parts working 24 hours a day such as turbines, so depending on the fuel source used, noise can be a problem. Advancements in technology have seen great improvements in this area, but there will still be noise caused by the ship. The effect of this can be problematic for communities living nearby. It could affect the quality of life if the noise was too loud for the area. Also, the local wildlife may find the noise distressing at times, causing further disruption to the animal habitats. How is it contributing to climate change? Climate change is a hotly debated topic. There are many points of view as to how it is caused and how much impact people are having. It is generally accepted though that burning fossil fuel is detrimental to the environment. One major downside to generating electricity using power plants that burn fossil fuels is the release of gases such as carbon dioxide. It is known that the buildup of gases, like carbon dioxide and methane in the atmosphere, is contributing to climate change. Are there any risks to nearby towns and cities? Towns and cities that are situated near to a powership do face some potential consequences. The first potential problem is their water supply. If the ship isn't properly managed, then there is a risk of the wastewater going into the local water supply. This would mean potentially dangerous chemicals and heavy metals would be found in the drinking water. Another risk to the local population is its air quality. Due to things like traffic, most towns and cities already have some air pollution. If there is a nearby power station generating further air pollution, then the air quality could get to potentially dangerous levels. Final thoughts. The Gambia, like many countries around Africa and Asia, have problems meeting the demand for electricity supply. It is understandable then that they look to solutions such as a powership. MG power that is supplied using fossil fuels will damage the environment. No matter how safe they are and how efficient they are, there will still be pollution. Here are some of the main environmental concerns. Air pollution. The emission of gases such as carbon dioxide is known to contribute to climate change. Water pollution. As part of the process of generating electricity, water is needed. The wastewater could then contaminate the local environment. This could cause damage to wildlife and the loss of animal habitats. Ecological damage. Onshore, there will need to be room for pipelines and power lines. This can mean deforestation resulting in further damage to the local environment. Noise pollution. Power stations can be very noisy, which can affect the quality of life of local residents and disrupt local wildlife. Climate change. Burning fossil fuels is known to be a factor in climate change. The pollution caused by these powerships is contributing to this. The Gambia electricity demand is such that now these powerships are a necessity. In the future, hopefully, the ability to switch to cleaner energies will become viable.